Hello everyone, this is for the sign of Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising. And it's been kind of crazy this week. We've been getting some very heavy energies coming in, and I'd watched Sam the Illusionist's last video because he has a channeled explanation for that, and it has to do with off-planet dark energies coming from a comet, so you might want to check that out. But there's definitely some heavy energies being guided to go off-grid, but that doesn't mean physically. They were guiding us to go off grid spiritually, just meaning, becoming more neutral in your environment, staying out of the 3D drama, that kind of stuff. So it doesn't mean you have to move. That was one of the messages that Sam was coming through with. But anyway, watch this video. I'm going to do this for the sign of Cancer. I have some sage going here. We're going to first, from the Lenormand Reverie, pull a general energy. We have the Golden Universal, Golden Tarot for the read, uprights, and then uprights and reversals from the Mini Rider-Waite. And we're going to roll the dice as well. So let's see first what's coming up for the sign of Cancer here from the dice. Okay, we have Pluto over here, which is very deep, intense energies. And that can be a worldwide type of thing, which is what's happening right now, with a couple online services being out. I don't know if they're still up this morning, but I know that Instagram and Facebook and is it WhatsApp was off yesterday. The number 8, which is about strength, inner and outer strength, but also the manifestation of dreams and the dance between the masculine and the feminine. And this one kind of fell in between Aries and Leo here, which are both fire signs. Let's roll this again, see what comes up. And now we have Taurus. So, let's see. And 8 is, for me, is the strength card, which is Leo also, and Pluto is Scorpio. And Taurus is on the same axis with Scorpio. And then Leo came up again over here, as well as the Aries energy. So it's very... And Aries, for me, can be related to Scorpio through Mars as well. So there's those very aggressive energies. It's very masculine with Leo and the Mars energies and the Pluto energies. But this is for Cancer, which is a very, homey, feminine type of energy. Yeah, let's see where this goes. And again, it can be, as a sign, Cancer would definitely be in its shell during these kind of energies. And that's why the reads have been tough for everybody so far. Hopefully it lightens up a little bit for these last 3 signs. I might actually do Libra again, since we're in the sign of Libra and it's your birthday. And this has been a very difficult energy to read in. So let's see how today goes. And if it's a more positive note, I might do Libra a second time. All right, so the general energy here, and I've shuffled all these decks beforehand, but I'm just going to shuffle them a little bit more here, and these just came right out. And here we have the 5 of the tree, the family tree, which for me this represents the 4D bridge as well, going through Akashic records, learning your past, clearing your wounds, doing shadow work. But this also can just reference nature and being out in nature, and the family tree as well. And we have the birds here, noticing the birds, just, that energy of nature. There's some mushrooms down here on the grass, which I don't usually notice. And it's the 7 of cups over here, or hearts, which is seeing synchronicities, having options, which can be confusing, but also it's heaven in your eyes, which they're referencing to as nature here. We also have these 2 cards wanting to be seen. This is that time card, perhaps collapsing time. That may be referencing the internet stuff, so to take this time to commune with nature. And there's the energy of the fox, but there's also the country here in this picture. So perhaps, this is that kind of energy of getting off grid, going to the country for the day or something like that. Anything that's, very aligned with nature and not worrying about the pressures of time. It's like, time collapses within this environment. And then we have the ship sailing right over the mountain. This could be a trip. This also could be flights of fancy. But this also can be feeling stuck on top of the mountain with no emotional energy to ground into. So let's see how that plays out for Cancer here. So again, you can't go wrong with nature. So let's put these out for you here. And the fox either can be leading you somewhere or maybe leading you astray. The numbers, the bottom of the deck here is the snake in the garden here. So you got to watch out for those toxins in the garden. And what is that for you right now? I mean, there's a lot of obvious things like dealing with COVID energies and just the energies that are being forced upon the planet right now. So this can be anything for you though, you know, whatever is toxic in your life and the need to clear that energy. And again, it can disguise itself within the garden, within nature. And here's the powers that be, you know, disguising themselves in the garden as something of nature. Maybe not natural though. So let's see what comes up with that. Like what is not natural that's in nature that shouldn't be there? What do you notice today that's being hidden amongst the trees? I mean, that could be literal or just figurative. So let's see what comes up for the sign of Cancer here with the main deck. It's saying to take the time to stay out of unuseful emotions, which is why like going to just for the day, you know, going out to a more open field type of energy or the mountains or a park, just to commune with nature, to get out of your head, you know, because the emotions are triggered by your thoughts. And when you're in nature, it neutralizes that energy. So let's see here. This is for the sign of Cancer. And this is for October 2021. October 2021 for the sign of Cancer. Sign of Cancer. Here we go. Okay, first sign out, or the first card out is the Empress in the middle of your read, which is all about abundance, the mother, fruitfulness. This can represent pregnancy or birthing or the process of birthing. So that's very positive energy so far. It's also Taurus. The challenge for you is the King of Swords, which is thought, right? He's very much about his thoughts. About when he's upright, it's about integrity and the truth. But, you know, there could be love missing from this picture. He doesn't look very friendly. But again, we have stereo energy here. Also 16 channels on board here. And 16 is the Tower. And he's very military energy here. So, which is very contrast, you know, to nature. And this could be also contrasting the masculine and the feminine in your life right now. The foundation here is the Ace of Swords, which is the truth. You know, the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. And being firm about it. A firm hand is what I'm getting here. And obviously this is accentuating what the King of Swords is holding right here, which is your challenge. In the recent past is the King of Pentacles, who may be speaking, okay, or maybe he's recording. Actually, this could represent Sam channeling, because I just talked about him. But again, that's a very earthy energy, next to the very earthy energy of the Empress. Perhaps a partner, a brother, a parent. But again, he's sitting out in nature doing his talk. And I was just getting Ralph Smart too, because he's always out in nature as he does his talk. And that can be any kind of talking. Just hanging out with a friend or recording like I'm doing now, but doing it out in nature. And then crowning here for you is the Five of Cups, which has to do with grieving. Or is it letting go of that grieving in the past? This can be regret, guilt, and shame. All of those energies that will pull your energy down. I see there's a bridge in the distance here, but it's very desolate. Like there's no life here. And that's the crowning energy, the current moment for you. And is that energy upright or is it reversed? You're getting over it. So we'll see when we clarify the cards how that comes up. What's coming up for you here in the near future is the Knight of Cups, which is beautiful. That's about offering love, being a friend, being kind. It can be the White Horse proposing as well. And you see yourself as the Four of Cups, which is very in line with the Five of Cups over here. And this is more of feeling sorry for yourself, being bored or apathetic, or having an offer of love, but perhaps you don't even see it right in front of your nose because you're so absorbed with yourself. But this also can be an offer you're not sure you want or you can accept. You're not sure if it's the same as these, the same old, or is it something new? Or why would anything from God not be something worth grabbing? So there's a lot of contemplation here, a lot of cup energy for you. So you're very much in your emotions here, which is why it's saying to go off into nature, to sit under a tree, right? To perhaps feel into these things instead of using your head, which is the challenge here. What's around you or how others might see you is the Page of Cups, which is very innocent and loving. It's, for me, it's very much the energy of the baby. So you may be seeing yourself as bored or just feeling low, or trying to figure out whether you should accept this offer of love, perhaps from the Knight of Cups over here. And other people just seeing you as innocent or naive or immature emotionally. But we have, these could be siblings, these could be lovers. They could be two water signs who are on the immature side, right? Because this is a page and this is a knight. The block for you is the High Priestess, which is another watery sign, because this is very much Pisces. I can also get Virgo and Aquarius from this. In this particular deck, it can be very much a Viking princess or priestess. It can be Middle Eastern with the olive head reference here, and then the Greek kind of foods here. So, and also very much the Viking energy between the horns here and here. So, she doesn't look very happy either. And the Torah is sticking out today. She's got all the different religions. You know, she has the cross and the Torah there. But I feel like the Torah is really predominant today. And I'm getting Barbara Jean from Michael Jackson. I'm getting Billie Jean. Billie Jean King is coming up. Oh, that's weird. But that might have to do with, you know, gay rights and religion, different religious beliefs. But this is a block for you. This is the psychic. This is the secret, you know, the secret keeper. Perhaps this is an aide, someone who's supposed to help others or sit by them. Sit idly by is what I'm getting, while others do things, or be sick while they sit and watch them be sick. I never get that kind of energy. It's a little bit strange. So we'll go back to that. What's coming up at the end here is the Seven of Wands upright, which is standing up for yourself, to others, taking the high ground, hopefully not getting defensive here, but standing up for yourself. And then the connection to what's left hanging in limbo is the Six of Wands, which is the good news coming in at the end of the war. This can be reputation. This can be wanting to get attention by riding in, you know, getting, you know, looking like the hero. But it also have to do with leading the way with this good news that's coming in. You know, usually ending the war. Or the messenger, right? The one who brings the communication. And what's left hanging in limbo is the Eight of Pentacles, which has to do with working and aligning, you know, getting your ducks in a row, but also has to do with just alignment in general. What are you aligned with? What kind of work are you aligning with? And he's doing very creative work. You see he's got sandals on. He's doing it in a very comfortable way. You know, it's like doing work at home after work, you know, even if you're not getting paid for it, the stuff that you love to do. And there's a hint of greenness here too, but it's kind of like fading into brown down here. There might be something that needs cleaning, or, you know, we could be dealing with lead or radiation here. And there could be some dirt or mold as well getting in here. Or is that just being natural, but this frame here isn't natural? It feels like metal or lead or, you know, some darker kind of energy that may be affecting your energy at work, at the workplace perhaps, or perhaps at your home. I'm also getting from this card, just from sitting where I'm sitting, this green can represent nature outside. Like, so when you're seeing it from far away, it just looks like maybe this is the front door and we're seeing the green like you see in front of my window here. So perhaps working and being able to see nature, at least, while you're working, and not being closed up in artificial energies. All right, so we're going to clarify. I want to show you the underlying energy as well, and I'm going to pull a few cards at the end just in case we need some extra clarifiers for the story. And let's see here. It could be a never-ending story, though. Let's see here. All right. So the bottom of the deck here is the Eight of Swords. I'm going to give you a little backstory. So we got a lot of swords energy. So here we're talking about getting out of our head. And this is being in our head, feeling left out in the cold, dealing with sickness or injury, or being left out from a group, or getting fired or laid off, just feeling like you're not being accepted into the group, or that you're less than. And there's an awakening or hanging out, a need to see new perspectives or achieving those new ideas. It's like there's very different energy here. This is like the home and the union, the celebration, rushing in to save the day, which is very much like the Six of Wands energy over here, to achieve that idea, but then having it not be accepted. And Tesla was coming up, and it's that energy of, and it's not even about just Tesla, but it's just the example for Tesla has to do with even the most famous of people now. They weren't always accepted within their life when they were doing the work. So, it's like saying, don't give up. Even though you're not accepted, maybe they went to offer an idea and it wasn't accepted. It's just saying, don't give up. Don't put yourself in a prison, right? Put yourself in that internal war that you're not good enough, because that just puts you in this imprisoned place. This is about facing your fears, right? This is someone not facing their fears. They're keeping themselves in that mental prison with their fears right here, which are unfounded. Just because someone didn't agree with you doesn't mean the next person won't agree with you. So it doesn't matter what the idea is. It's the idea of believing in what's authentic to you. And then it's not going to resonate with everybody. And most things people didn't resonate with until it actually happened. And then, of course, everyone had to get on board because it was true and it worked. So that's the energy coming through for Cancer today. Don't give up, right? Cancer tends to get bluesy and moody and gives up on themselves in that way. I know, I have Cancer rising, so let's see here. Why does Cancer have the Eight of Swords in the underlying energy? There's energetic exchange here, which is a lot of back and forth communication. This can be the negative energy, but it's upright, so I'm feeling like it's positive energy. But this is a lot of energy, so it could just be heavy going back and forth, whether it's communication or travel, even the arrows of love. And there's the King of Pentacles, who is reaping the rewards of his efforts. And you may feel like you're in prison, imprisoned in connection with the King of Pentacles, reaping rewards, taking their time, deciding on what they want to do. And you may feel like that affects you. And so why do we have the King of Pentacles over here, but the King of Swords as the challenge? So why is the King of Pentacles in your recent past? Okay, this can have to do with alternative belief systems, spirituality, but also divorce and a break from a contract, a break from religion or establishment or societal norms. This also can be someone with Taurus in their chart. So the King of Pentacles could have Taurus in his chart. And this is about unhappiness, a lack of emotional fulfillment, or an unhappy family, or the end of a cycle of unhappiness that's way overdue, right? So this could be a divorce with the King of Pentacles. He may have Taurus in his chart, or he may be dealing with an ending to some kind of contract or some kind of obligation. And it's definitely related to family with that Ten of Cups reversed. And there's maybe painful. So a painful ending or dealing with ending pain. This can be a betrayal as well. This can sometimes also be getting a massage. It just depends on your situation, because a massage would be ending pain, and that has definitely come up. This could be the pain of having to part with a lot of money as well, or part with a dependent, or a dependent who's spending, or dependent spending in general, right? This could be a Taurus energy over here as well. But there's difficult ending energy there with the King of Pentacles, but he's upright. He's reaping rewards, perhaps taking his time, deciding what he wants to do as far as his time, money, and effort. Like, does he want to retire? Does he want to invest his money? Does he want to spend his money? Whatever it is. There's a lot of back and forth energetically with the King of Pentacles, and feeling imprisoned, the war within. That can be his own war within too. A lot of back and forth energetically. And then the foundation here is the Ace of Swords. And the Devil's coming up. So this can represent a Capricorn, but it also can represent codependency and addiction. This could be the ball and chain, somebody that you feel tied to, not necessarily wanting to be tied to them. And this is about perhaps not being able to sleep, which can bring out the devil in you. Not being able to sleep and rising above, or awake and coming out to the truth here with the King of Swords reversed. This definitely tied to them. The King of Swords is very uncomfortable dealing with emotions, especially the emotions at present. Perhaps the emotions of awakening. This can be ego as well. Or perhaps uncomfortable seeing his own ego. This is coming up for the King of Swords reversed. And so why is the Empress the center of your read? This is for Cancer in October. The Page of Wands is inspired. This can be a child or a message of passion, of inspiration. Perhaps somebody wanting to go out on a date. And there is the Queen of Wands and the Knight of Wands. So this could be a guy who's feeling young again, wanting to offer something to the Queen of Wands, or these could be siblings, right? The younger sibling and the older sibling who's not being so inspired in return to the younger sibling. So the Empress could be the mother of these two, or she could be this Queen of Wands reversed. She could be a grandmother, she could be a boss, an aunt. So why are they coming up? The truth is coming out here, or is this a split? Regarding the need for the King of Swords to rise above codependency or addiction, regarding imprisonment over here, and the Empress over here. We have the Three of Cups after these two coming together with the Knight of Swords reversed, which can be someone who got in trouble, right? Because this is the most immature communication card in the deck. So it could be a kid who mouths off, who could easily get themselves into trouble. It could be rumors being spread, lying, spying. It can be ADD, ADHD, bipolarism, autism, anything that has to do with not speaking from a mature place. And notice we have the Queen of Wands reversed with the Page here, and we have the King of Swords with the Page of Swords reversed. So there could be two parents dealing with their children and issues between them. And again, this Page of Swords might have done something wrong. They might have gotten in trouble. They're pulling in energy. It looks like this is the liar, cheater, thief card, but it's also about risk and running away. So we have the Four of, look at that, we got the home and the work. And this is somebody, this could be a celebration at work. This could be like a big event, right, where you had to pay for a place. It could be a wedding, any kind of big event, or home and business, right? This also could be home and hospital. But it looks like somebody's either running away from this, and this is beautiful. So why is someone running away? Or are they stealing? Or are they cheating this energy? And they're running away or stealing this energy or information and using it in an immature way. It's like they're bringing it to these two over here. This one's stealing from here and bringing it to the Queen of Wands reversed and the Page of Wands upright. And maybe they're giving it to the Empress over here. And why is the King of Swords reversed the challenge here? A split, a lie, a divide, a need for clarity, right? This is perhaps a declaration of war and deception and conflict and fighting. This is definitely fighting. This is battle, competition, like, you know, we fight to the death type of energy. That's the King of Swords reversed, right? Which in the military, if he's reversed, that would be a really negative energy, right? We fight till someone dies. We don't stop just for the sake of peace. We keep fighting until the death. That's the kind of energy that's coming up with the King of Swords reversed. This also can reference a split at the new moon and the pursuit of the Queen of Cups and the freeing of the wounded warrior here. And she could be Cancer energy. This could be somebody with Cancer in their chart. So could be two energies here of wanting to move towards something else that frees the wounded warrior, right? The wounded warrior is the King of Swords reversed, or it's that do or die energy here. And then crowning for you with that Five of Cups. What does that mean? It's getting very hot and sweaty, which for me is a lot of masculine energy coming in. And this is being on the warpath again. This is a do or die energy. So upright could be a warpath. It doesn't have to be. It is the warrior with the chariot, but this isn't a positive, bold energy. This isn't a negative, warlike energy. This is being broken. The world being broken. This also can represent the divine feminine. This is Cancer energy, or somebody with Cancer in their chart. And this is Pisces as well. This could be divine feminine energy who's feeling stuck, or just someone with Cancer in their chart. This could be someone who broke down, broke up, break in, break out, break through. And this can be a world upside down, or it's the divine feminine in the 5D, which is another world. This also can be almost at completion, but not quite there, and feeling stuck. Maybe thrown off balance here, and this could be a Cancer and a Pisces, or two people with those signs in their charts, thrown off balance with new information that came in. Maybe they're trying not to know to keep peace of mind, but then the information came in about this split, this lie, this divide that threw them off balance and caused them to feel out of sorts here, feeling depression or sadness or grief, guilt, shame. And then why do we have the Knight of Cups coming up here? The loyal, humble servant. Offering to the player, right? The fallen star, you know. This is that player that comes in for a one-night stand, but it also could be someone who has good intentions to follow through, but then never does, right? Because they fall short on energy or want to be more than they are. Or this also could be someone paralyzed by their passions. And here's someone coming in offering help, money, opportunity, to be a friend to someone who's perhaps fallen off the horse again, or the wagon, so to speak. And the clarifications for the Knight of Cups is 2 other knights. So 3 knights, and then we have the Dark Knight. Oh my gosh, look at that, guys. You got, well, the Knight of Swords is the only knight not here. That's kind of crazy. But the Knight of Swords, instead of the Knight of Swords, we have the Dark Knight of the Death card. So there's 3 to 4 knights here. And where are we today? Today's the 5th. So the 5th, the 6th, the 7th. So going into the 8th or going into the 9th? October 8th has always been a very significant date for me, and I have no idea why. But these are the 3 to 4 nights going into that. And there's definitely Dark Night here. This is death, ending, transition, transformation. And this is also Scorpio energy, Sag energy. And this is definitely Scorpio here. And this is like, maybe this could be 2 nights. Or this one is coming up as the Scorpio here, offering help to the Sag energy. But this also could be more, you know, earthy energy as well. Maybe there's Sag and Earth in their chart and water, the Scorpio. This all could be one person here. It's like all your knights in one coming to propose, right? Accepting them for who they are, the knight in shining armor, the loyal humble servant, but also the player, the fallen one, and also the dark knight. It's like accepting them for all that they are. And they're offering love to the high priestess over here, which for you is the block. So who are they offering this to? The Queen of Pentacles reversed. And this can be a Cancer with Earth in their chart. Look at that. Oh my gosh. All the knights are here. So maybe she is the Knight of Swords holding her tongue, which is causing her to be ungrounded. This also could be someone lashing out who's greedy and is verbally abusive. But I don't feel that. It's more about someone who's ungrounded or keeping to themselves or deeply wounded. Perhaps deeply wounded by the King of Swords, which is why they're the challenge for you. And this could be one person offering love in all different kinds of ways to get you to pay attention, or for you trying to get them to pay attention. Wow. Like how all of the knights came out in a row here. 1, 2, 3, 4. With the Dark Knight, which is another knight, and another knight in this deck, and then it's all around the Queen of Pentacles reversed. So let's see how this plays out a little bit more. You see yourself as this energy of grounding, integrating love, or boredom and apathy, regarding a split or a lie or divide, right? The ball and chain. This could involve a marriage. This could involve addictions or codependency. It feels like the King of Pentacles could be getting out of a marriage, and the King of Swords is a challenge. Maybe their energy, or this could be anyone in your life who has a very militant attitude, you know, like ride or die, who won't get out of your energy. So why are you the Four of Cups? Here's the Ace of Wands and the Page of Pentacles. These have been coming up in this position a lot lately, where this is behind him as opposed to going forward here or receiving it. It's like they are offering this energy to the past, right? This is about passion and creativity and growth, and offering that energy to the past while going forward, manifesting something new. And you know, this is big, right? Because this is the Ace. It's like that big push to start something new. Whereas this is starting from scratch, something very small, right? With manifestation, starting a little bit at a time, right? Not having the King of Pentacles all at once or the Ten of Pentacles all at once. You have to start small. I feel like this is the Four of Cups is reversed, because it's like starting over, like offering new passion or creativity to the King of Swords of the past in order to clear your energy to manifest. It's offering some kind of growth to this relationship here. And then we have the Page of Cups right next to this guy, which is right here as well. These two obviously want to be together, but perhaps it's not quite time yet. There's some kind of twist of fate here, in breaking patterns or dropping the facade, leaving the job, right, that doesn't serve someone anymore, right? This is breaking patterns, and this is about something that's not working. It's either overworking, someone who refuses to work, or a situation that's just not working out. It's not aligned. And the need to drop the facade, drop the act, not try to keep the balance of something that doesn't work anymore. It's like letting go of that in order to come together with these two energies. And then we have magic. Look at that. The next three cards. Here is the coming out of the magic of the Lovers here. There could be isolation and feeling like you're going crazy in the middle. This could be a parent with dementia or Alzheimer's who is coming between the magic of the Lovers as well. But this also is a lot of Gemini here with Virgo perhaps in their chart. But this also can be Virgo. And this could be two Virgo lovers or Gemini Virgo lovers, or one person with Virgo or Gemini and Virgo again, with affection, a great affection here for war or for facing their fears. This is very significant. And I have to say, for all of the signs that I did yesterday and today, there's been so much child energy of coming together here, of love between young energies, whether it's the inner child or the outer child here. So why is the Page of Cups there next to you? Is that you or somebody else? And there's that Four of Cups. The Four of Cups is upright. It's not reversed. It's not about starting over yet. It's about sitting in this energy and just allowing it, grounding it, integrating an offer of love, and just allowing the energies to bubble up. Allowing the manifestation to come. And when it comes, then you ride in with the good news. It's like meditating, like allowing whatever comes to come in, not trying to figure out what message to receive, allowing whatever message wants to come in, and then taking it out to give it to everybody, to bring the good news. But it means allowing time to just be still and meditate. And this is literally, too, the Page of Cups offering this love to this other person. So you could be this love being offered. And the other person is the one not sure what they want. But you are. You're offering this love to this person who needs to lead the way. It's like you're trying to ignite them to their true mission here, that they need to get up and lead the way. But they're right now busy grounding, integrating this offer, or feeling bored or apathetic or feeling sorry for themselves, whether that's you or the other person. And again, we have the King of Swords very predominantly here is that kind of energy, right? Very uncomfortable with dealing with emotions, which came up earlier in the read. So, and this is someone who's supposed to be on mission, bringing good news, to share and be charitable with others, and to the King of Wands here. But until he's done whatever he's doing right here, being out in nature, meditating, or just taking time to be still, to contemplate this offer, whichever side of that you're on, this person sitting under the tree is supposed to be leading the way in this charitable effort with the King of Wands. And then we have the High Priestess here as the block for you. Why is she your block? There's so many choices, seeing synchronicities in heaven in their eyes. This is the High Priestess. She definitely could be seeing synchronicities. But perhaps not heeding the call, a need to swallow their pride, feeling indecisive. Like it's too hard to pick just one because they're all such good options. But it's regarding a connection here. Someone is scared to call. Someone's seeing heaven in their eyes, but they're afraid to call because they're afraid the other person, this could not only be depression and loss of hope, but this could be arrogance. It's like being afraid on the other side of how they're going to respond. And this is the fear. And again, the Five of Cups is coming up as reversed. So it's not grieving anymore. This is getting over the grief, but still being still to process. This was a grieving experience, which is now getting over. You're getting over the grief, but the grounding and integrating is still happening. Regarding a falling out in the past, or a difficult relationship from the past, or a difficult childhood in the past, or this could be having trouble with your children as well. And this is dissatisfaction, unhappiness, or not being happy alone, needing to find satisfaction when you're by yourself with the love for self. This is a very significant read for Cancer. All right, so why do we have the Seven of Wands? Choosing a new path. Now you need to stand up for yourself to choose this new path. It may be overwhelming. You might have to dump your emotions on others. Or there's the King of Cups. This could be someone with depression issues or alcohol issues. And this is someone who needs to be stood up to. This is someone choosing a path. Somebody standing up for themselves about their path and about their choices. And this could be someone who's resisting your choice, or someone who is overwhelmed by this, who can't accept it. This can be sweating it out as well. That can be crying and purging. This King of Cups could be, like I said, depressed or have alcohol issues. Somebody pushed to their emotional limit. This can also reference this person who's making this choice, standing up to others. But it's really hard to stand up to people that maybe you love but aren't accepting you the way you are. There's conditions to their love. You need, and again, here's that the person who needs to take the lead is right here. Right? So we have this person standing up for themselves, who's getting over loss and regret, that is leading the way. But it may be difficult because you have to leave certain people behind who aren't accepting who you are. It's like these, I'm going to shuffle again, but the next cards that are coming up here is about, taking a load off, kicking your feet up, no longer dealing with the crap. This is dumping a load, a burden, a responsibility, or all of them at once. Giving up all the heavy burden in order to offer a new life to someone who may be heartbroken or disappointed and has been being strong, perhaps waiting, taming their inner beast, waiting for this in order to be released from their prison. Defenseless to the energies coming in, or being ganged up on because people don't understand. So why is that Six of Wands there? There's that suffering in silence. This is also not being able to sleep. Stressed out, awake, headaches, crying. And then exposure of this. This can just be purging as well. And exposing that, or then going out and getting sunshine, or spending time with children and pets, or on vacation. This also could be difficulty, right? If you're not sleeping, how hard is it to deal with a sunshiny child in the morning, right? After you haven't slept all night, it's like, oh, please don't wake me up. The little angels. But there's also Leo and Sagittarius here. And then a crabby mother, right? So someone who's got to lead the way, even when in the worst of circumstances, when you've had no sleep, or purging and exposing what you've been dealing with. Taking the high road, this is a higher love of the sun, of being happy, and taking one step at a time off the grid, off the beaten path, to deal with someone who is either giving the silent treatment or just deeply wounded, and or can be bitchy and verbally abusive as well. But this one's leading the way, the fiery energies, which we have Leo and Sag coming up here. Why is the Eight of Pentacles there? Which is coming up reversed in the mini deck. Being present to the gift of not having to work right now. or having to overwork, whatever it is for you, to switch your perspective and see it as a gift. The awakening, the idea, the ego shift, the lack of peace. So it's like saying, just an example, like a mother who hasn't slept all night and is welcomed by these cheery kids at first thing in the morning, to try to see a different perspective, as opposed to, I didn't sleep and I feel like crap and how am I supposed to get everything done? I can't function. Trying to see another perspective when there is no peace. And that's becoming the Empress, which is in the middle of your read. That's where the abundance is finding the peace and abundance even when there is none, from what you can see. Even when the family is all in disarray and there's lack and dysfunction. Look at that. The Emperor and the Empress are still upright and strong, even when there's injustice in the world. It's very important here. All right, so even when there's injustice in the world, you can let people back in, help people recover. You can offer your time, money, and effort to help others take a load off, release their burden. It's making me want to cry. The vibration is very high. Those who have been disappointed or heartbroken, or perhaps have heart issues and needing to find health again, be strong and courageous and have good health, to release them from their mental prisons and feeling defenseless and deciding, I'm not going to have an excuse. Yeah, I might be feeling down, but okay, I'll feel down right now, but I'll be fine the next moment. Not needing an excuse. Allowing the sudden events, the drama, the epiphanies, allowing the blowing of the top, the blowing of the crown, the cover, or the mind. Allowing that energy of wanting to kick everybody out of the house, right? Even as a mother, when your baby's been crying for 6 hours, knowing that you might have that feeling of wanting to throw your baby out the window, right? Come on, you've all been there. That, it's saying, allow that energy to come up. It doesn't mean you're acting on it. It's loving yourself anyway for all of those energies that you see as wrong. Just allowing all of it to come up. And then being grounded and moderate and practical. Like saving and being humble. And that it's all okay. Any which way you are. And this is the epiphany, as well as the sexual exchange. And then being grounded and humble about all of it. Even the secret passion, the need to use your intuition, come back to self again, come back to center. Even when the emotions are uncomfortable and you're unable to walk away from it. So it's all about the story of being the Emperor and the Empress, very grounded and solid and strong, even in the midst of the greatest turmoil, which obviously is we've been going through the past year and a half, and also with the outages that have been going out. It's showing you to not be affected by it all. Allow it all. It's all good. It's all part of it. It's all the balancing of nature and the earth. We have to allow the dark and the light to play against each other in order to create balance. So let's see what else is coming up for you here as far as the oracle cards. So again, going back to the initial cards, even when there's poison in the garden, there is nature and trees up here. And there is all the time in the world, right? There's the fox going off to the country to enjoy the country and looking back to see all that they've been through. Like it's the shadow work. Looking back and seeing, instead of saying all the negatives, seeing all that you've accomplished and overcome. And knowing that there will be more pie in the sky in the future. But also that can just be a spaceship or new travel. It's just a matter of shifting the perspective of your thoughts in order to bring it up those more positive emotions and allowing yourself to just be in between, not worried about the dark or the light, but just being above it, rising above it. From Romance Angels, what's here for Cancer? Engagement, your life is ascending to a higher level of commitment, and soulmate. Yes, this is your soulmate. and it is safe for you to love. Open your heart and give and receive the highest energy of all, but also remember to love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. And it looks like there's either a whole bunch of people coming to offer you something, or it's one person who is everything to you. And this Queen of Pentacles definitely could be you, because we have the Page of Pentacles over here wanting to manifest something. After having offered a lot of passion to the past, and that can be doing shadow work with the King of Swords and the Devil, codependencies and rising above, and then going forward to this loving energy, whether that's yours, right? Two people getting together, one more of the love, the other the more of the manifestation. And the bottom of the deck is very soon clearly decide what you want, so it comes to you now. Stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. So it's all about your perspective right now to shift in every situation to the timeline that you want. And then we have the numerology deck. Let's see what that says. Oh, this is a long read. I'm sorry about that. I've been trying to keep to the 30 minutes, and they've all been about 40 minutes. And this is 50 minutes. I feel like this is not just a reading for Cancer, but for everybody in general. So take what you can from it. It's also about the mother energy of Cancer, and then we have the Empress in the center of your read, which has to do with Gaia and nature. And then here we have compassion, let's see, domestic harmony of the children, the loving children, inner and outer children, so that can be your inner child as well. That beautiful loving card of the children loving each other. But that came up reversed in the read about your negative past, but again, shifting that. And there's compassion for yourself and others with the 99, and Agent 99 was coming up there. And then the 4 of the Emperor and Perseverance. And we have this is all of the upper chakras, right? The heart, the throat, and the third eye. So dealing with those higher vibrations and pulling in those energies right now, especially with the darker energies coming in, causing all this negative energy that you've been feeling. Financial disciplines, the bottom of the deck, has been affecting your love life, but this is going away. The 48 is the walking away and within, and that's going away. And what's coming out for you now is domestic harmony, compassion, and perseverance. Not giving up, having compassion for yourself and others, and just finding peace at home. And then we have the Kipper deck. And before I show you the Kipper deck, I want to show you the cards that kept coming out after this energy here. So after the 8 of Pentacles reversed, there's the Emperor, who is upright, and the Magician, who's also upright. There's big magic to be had here, big manifestation. And the 10 of Swords is over here, regarding ending pain, bleeding out. But like I said, this could be a massage as well. Somebody could be going through surgery here. But it's a huge positive energy right here. Like these are like the best surgeons in the world, you know, kind of energy with this surgery, which can be painful. But this also could be these people ending pain for others so that they can find peace and then spread the word. But the Page of Swords was reversed in this read. That was that immature energy coming up regarding, you know, rumors or negative self-talk around the Queen of Cups, who's upright, and that energetic exchange between them. And this is like the energy who wants to come forward to the Queen of Cups. This is all these knights, is this guy here, which also can represent the Page of Pentacles here. Here is that Page of Wands. Or there could be perhaps 2 people coming towards the Queen of Cups who are very inspired. One could be inspired, that could be you, could be inspired to work with the Queen of Cups, and this one's inspired to be with the Queen of Cups. Or they can both be the same person. And the Queen of Cups is most likely Cancer energy, which would be you. So maybe someone coming forward to you, this Knight of Cups and the Queen of Cups, is a very romantic energy. And let's see what the Kipper deck has to say about that. And remember, domestic harmony isn't just about your home, it's about your physical body that's on loan, to take care of it. And have compassion and persevere. Don't give up. All right. There is adjudication here. That could be getting married at City Hall as well. This could be divorce or marriage. You might have both in your read here. Looks like there could be divorce over here and marriage over here, because we had engagement come up as well. But there may be some hard work involved with this, with a message of concern regarding a courtship, which might come out from outside of you, other people's concerns, right? Or the concern of the main female here. And are there emotions here to actually ground into, or is this just pie in the sky regarding this community effort? The bottom of the deck is the impoverished boy, right? This is the one who's left everything behind. This is this guy right here, right? He's inspired. He's got the 37, which is the unconditional love, the King of Cups. He is inspired to move on to where he's coming from. He's coming from being an official person or leaving behind an official person that he doesn't resonate with, right? Somebody's thinking about a woman over here. And sudden wealth, which doesn't have to be money, it can be emotional wealth, spiritual wealth. And then dealing with a divorce or a marriage, whether it's divorce or getting married, which can be hard work with messages of concern, but the higher love is here of the 38, the Queen of Cups, about this courtship, which is the Emperor there, and the stability of it, and the main female of the High Priestess, which is your block over here. Is this real? Is this real? Or is it pie in the sky with the Atlas energy here and their community? Because there's that boy who's walking away. Is what they're dealing with, is it something that the Queen of Cups wants to get involved with? Does she believe that it's real or true? Or that they're actually letting go of the old? Or are they going to go back to it and perhaps leave her hurt again? There is the energy of this community. Or maybe the masculine isn't sure about this community and is the spiritual community, all pie in the sky energy, with the privileged lady in the house and the man with concerns. There may be concerns on both sides, and there's the message. So it's saying it's not one side or the other. It's both sides may have their message, their idea of concern about it, because you're reflecting each other very closely. So you're feeling the same energies. Okay, Cancer, it's very significant here, actually. Make sure to drink your water, get your rest, get your joy in your nature. Breathe. Go out into nature if you can. If not, just take care of your body and your home and be still and connect. Breathe. And rise and be loved, guys. I'll see you soon. Have an amazing day. Bye.